Welcome back to World Pandemic, the John Fredericks Radio Network on Real America's Voice, which is the streaming platform of the Trump movement. That is now Dish Channel 219 and in Chicago, Comcast Channel 113. I want to thank the guys in Denver for helping produce the show along with the John Fredericks team. Also, Newsmax TV, all weekend long. You can see us and late at night, kind of repurposed. And especially G News and GTV, which puts it up in Mandarin and really has given this show global reach. It's connected the deplorables to Lao Beijing, which are the deplorables of China. It's the reason that this show has got so much stroke. Really want to thank Terry Schelling, the executive director of American Principles Project, gave a huge shout out to the team and particularly to the deplorables. Over 200 people volunteered from the last time he was on the show. That's what it's all about. I want to say one thing, too, about hashtag World Pandemic in the live stream. I've gotten so many tweets this morning of folks saying, hey, we're going to have to watch the show later on YouTube, have to catch up on the podcast, which now has 15 million downloads, because they're actually out knocking on doors or working phone banks today because of the volunteer effort that we've talked about. So listen, everybody out there, if you're fully occupied today on knocking on doors, doing phone banks, that's okay. Catch the show later. This is a very important show about the demonic forces in the world, and particularly the railhead of the demonic forces in Beijing, the Chinese Communist Party. I want to go to Jasmine now. Jasmine is also someone that's in the whistleblower movement, one of these great heroes. She's a very devout Christian. Give us your first-hand witness, Jasmine, to the demonic nature of the Chinese Communist Party, particularly against the Christian religion.
Hi, Steve. Thank you for having me. First of all, I must say that CCP is the incarnation of devil. I think John 8:44 is a perfect description about the CCP. It says, you belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desire. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth. For there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. Everything the CCP does is lie. As we say that CCP lies, people die. Now, CCP has always wanted to enforce their Marxism doctrine. That's why they have been very hostile to all religions since the beginning. And in the past, we have seen how they persecuted the Falun Gong people, and they lied and fabricated stories about Falun Gong, and then in the name of cult, they persecute these people, and their persecution is horrendous, and these people become their target for organ harvesting. In CCP, we know that they also persecute Muslims in Xinjiang. They deprive them from practicing any religious practice, and they burn the Quran. They force the Muslims in the detention camp to eat pork. And for the Buddhists, they have been slandering and making false accusations about His Holiness Dalai Lama, and then they persecute Tibetan Buddhists. And especially for the Christians, the CCPs are forcing all the churches to surrender and compromise under the leadership of CCP, the Three Self Patriotic Church. Any church who doesn't compromise will be labeled as illegal churches, and these churches will be cracked down, and leaders and workers would be put into prison. And as we see that after they signed this Holy See agreement with the Vatican in 2018, it made CCP easier to label a lot of underground Catholic churches become the illegal churches. So they do a lot of evil things against these Christian members, and they are now trying to sanitize the Christianity in China. They try to remove all the cross in the church building, and they don't even allow a cross display inside the church, and yet instead they want to enforce the church to display the CCP's red flag. So we need to realize that the communism ideology. Okay. Oh, I think people need to know that the communist ideology is actually invented by Marxists who's willingly chose hell, Satan, over God. Actually, in his own words, he once said that thus heaven as forfeited, I know that it's fulfilled well, my soul, once on to true to God, is chosen for hell. That's why I think Satan has used communism as a tool to destroy mankind. Because clearly it is a satanic product. And we see that even all the communists have been saying that they are atheists. And you see a lot of communist leaders, they believe and practice a lot of all sorts of heresies. And we hear from the whistleblower movement, Miles Gore review, a lot of leaders, they secretly practice a satanic ritual, including the tantra sex. And you hear the sexual scandal at the RYB kindergarten, where the military leader sexually abuses the young girls and boys, and yet without any charge. And we also see that in the past, the CCP forced people to do abortion and have the unborn baby killed during the one-child policy just to achieve their population control. And they never respect any life.
Yeah, Jasmine, let me jump in here for just 1 second. I just want to tell people what some of the footage you're seeing is what is called the alternative to the CCP. It's this new federal state of China. It is part of the whistleblower movement or associated with it. These are expatriates that are leaving China and trying to start a new life and saying, hey, there is an alternative for China. One of the underlying precepts of the new federal state of China is religious freedom. They think that's so important. Jasmine, let me ask you, we've had Liz Yore on, and we've had people talking about the Vatican. We've got Archbishop Pagano, who's giving this warning about demonic forces. What do people in mainland China, what do people in China think when they see something like the Catholic Church and the Pope that actually makes deals with Beijing? And when they make these deals that the patriotic church, the phony church, really controlled by CCP members, is held up as like the model. But the underground church and the priests and the bishops are terrorized, the churches are desecrated. What goes through the mind of the Chinese person, particularly maybe even somebody who's not a Christian or not a Catholic, when they see the great institution of the church in business with the CCP?
Well, as a church member, you're so disappointed, and it somehow creates fear, and you see that it underlines the totalitarian regime's power of the CCP. You see their influence. And for the non-members, they don't understand that they see that the CCP is in control. And I said that the CCP, yes?
Keep going.
And as I said, that the CCP, they want to control the church, and then they use it as a tool even to infiltrate the West through the church.
Keep going, Jasmine. No, keep going.
Yeah, so I want to say that their infiltration has brought their evil not just in China but also to the world.
Let me ask you one last question before I let you go. I know the new federal state is getting more and more robust every day. Talk to us about the Christian faith. I know it's been under an onslaught by the Chinese Communist Party, both the evangelical house Christians and the Catholic Church. Is the faith strong among the Chinese people that practice it? Is it with all the terrorism, all the torture, all the oppression, everything that goes on? Where do we actually stand with not the institutional church, but actually the practice of the Christian faith among the Chinese? Where do you think we stand right now?
Oh, the faith is very strong because the persecution actually bring them closer to God. And they realize that CCP is the devil, and they need to stand fast with God. And that's why this is a war between good and evil. We see that CCP never respect life, and they sent like fentanyl, ISIL drugs to America, and they killed a lot of Americans already. And now the COVID-19, we see that this devil is coming for everyone. The COVID-19 is killing people all over the world. And that we have to realize that this is a war between good and evil. And even though CCP is very evil and ruthless, we should believe that God is on our side because we have the truth. And I believe that it will be like a battle of Jericho. We need to be united and start fighting back. As long as we follow the higher calling to march through, the Lord will take down our enemy and deliver our victory, and the CCP will collapse.
Jasmine, thank you very much for joining us. I know that it's a huge amount of pressure for you not to be part of the whistleblower movement, not to support the new federal state of China. If people only knew the pressure, what happens to people, the rest of their families, the rest of their friends in mainland China. These people are incredible heroes. I want to thank you for your frank, blunt, and really a clarion call to all Americans about the stakes that are involved here, good versus evil. So thank you very much for joining us today.
It's my honor. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Jack, we got a couple of minutes left in this segment. I got to tell you, we're trying to work out some problems with Miles Grow right now, trying to get Miles on. We've got a couple of minutes here. I got to tell you, every time we do these specials and we have experts on that are fantastic. And we have Miles on who lays it out in a very deep, understanding way. But we have the voices of the little guy, Lao Beijing, and just in so clear, they sit there and say, hey, you guys, it's a good versus evil. It's so powerful and so moving.
Well, if Jasmine doesn't inspire the listeners to do great deeds, I don't know what will. I mean, I'm sitting here listening to this woman. I feel like I've just been to church. She gave me extra encouragement, and I think everybody should go for it. It reminds me also of the people in the Soviet repression. Solzhenitsyn constantly remarked that the Baptists and the very strong Christians inside the camps seem to have a kind of peacefulness about them because of their faith. And I think it's very important that we recognize how important faith is, because they need to destroy God. They need to destroy spirituality, because this is the only thing that sustains us when those temporal gifts are gone, like our family, our friends, our wealth. And so if they can take that away, the other things don't matter. So people, this is important. Be in the fight. This is a fight between light and darkness. And when you look at these communist regimes over time, and you look at these places that destroy spirituality and what the outcome is, the Nazis, the death camps, the Soviets, the gulags, the Chinese, the Great Leap Forward, the Cultural Revolution, Pol Pot, the killing fields, on and on and on. And the first step is that they must kill God and kill your spirituality first, because there were no boundaries after that. Anything goes. And this is what we're confronting here with the Communist Chinese Party. And this virus spread around the world should be proof to everybody about the danger that we are confronted with the Communist Party of China. Thank you very much, and we will be back in just a few minutes with more fire.
War Room with Stephen K. Bannon. Here's your host, Stephen K. Bannon.
Well, welcome everybody back. We're trying to work out some technical issues right now with the audio of Miles Grow. It's a very special day. I want to talk to Miles Grow about everything Mike Pompeo has been saying over the last couple of days, and also one of the reasons we wanted Miles on today is the world passes the mark of 1 million dead from the CCP virus, and also over 200,000 in the United States. It was Miles Grow that warned us about this a couple of years ago. Also, he warned us about that this fight was just not about the material world, that there were deeper forces involved here. that there was actually that the Chinese Communist Party, which at the time, remember when President Trump came in, was a strategic partner of both the Clinton, Bush, and Obama White Houses. And he said, hey, I don't know what you guys are doing, but this is a demonic force, right? This is at its core. It completely detests any spiritual development of the Chinese people, stripped it away, and throughout the world it will do the exact same thing. That was his warning to America back in 2016 and 17. He also talked about the forces that the Chinese Communist Party were going to unleash on America and the rest of the world. Of course, that was not totally easy. Although President Trump has been a president that has gone from having China as a strategic partner, or the new happy talk out of the oligarchs of Silicon Valley and all their minions, that, oh, they're just a competitor, to know they're actually an enemy of the United States. They're an enemy of the Judeo-Christian West. They're an enemy of the Hindu nation of India. They're a enemy of Japan and Taiwan and wherever they're free Chinese. They're an enemy essentially of mankind, and they have, as Miles Gross says, released a genocide on the world. Now over 1 million people are dead by this virus, over 200,000 in the United States, and no end in sight. Now they're running around saying, oh, we created a vaccine, we created a vaccine. This is a country that never created a vaccine in their life, yet the Chinese Communist Party is saying, oh, we created a vaccine. Jack, I want to go back to you. That was, by the way, the best 2 minutes of Jack Maxey. And we've had some great 2-minute runs, but that was the best 2 or 3 minutes of Jack Maxey that we've ever seen. I want to go back, Jack, because you have a very strong connection with this audience. You have a very strong connection with the deplorables. You particularly have a strong connection with Lao Beijing. You know, you have done these specials with me as my wingman on this since January, every Saturday. And I know that you tell me afterwards, I can see you get emotionally involved in preparing the show. I see it during the show, and then afterwards, you're always telling me, hey, this is just so moving, it's so powerful, it's really what not just the show's all about, but really one of the purposes of your life. When you hear somebody like Cardinal Avigano talk about demonic forces and everything that you've witnessed personally in dealing with as you prep the guests that come on, as you work with them, you've gotten to know so many afterwards, and you've actually you went down to the whistleblower movement's demonstration. You went down. You were the first one, I think, the first Westerner to go to the new federal state. When the new federal state protested the Chinese embassy at the White House, you've spent a lot of time with these people. I know you spent a lot of time with them in the off hours. What are your thoughts? What is it about right now in the West that we don't get this deep spiritual battle that is really the foundational element of what this great struggle is about?
Well, you know, the same forces that are destroying spirituality in China have been working behind the scenes in the West for many years, too. I thought one of the things that Cardinal Vigano pointed out in his letter or in some of his recent speeches was the Land O'Lakes paper that was published by American Catholic universities in 1967, basically turning their back on their purpose as faith-based institutions and becoming these secular places. This was written and in part sponsored by guess who, Mr. McCarrick. So we saw the decline of our great Jesuit institutions in this country over that period of time. But when you talk about spirituality and you look at the basis of the Judeo-Christian West, for me, it all comes down to one fundamental thing, that every human being is made in the image of God. And when you come to that conclusion, it took me a long time in my life to come to that conclusion. You start to look at everybody differently, the cripple, the fat person, the beautiful, the ugly. Everybody starts to have a different consideration in your mind. And it's so important for any kind of communist regime to destroy that notion, because the individual is subjugated to the state. And if the individual considers himself made in the image of God, guess what? He's going to question Marx. He's going to question Z. He's going to question Stalin and Hitler and everyone else. And as we watch the collapse of moral authority in the Catholic Church, which pains me to say, we can look back and we see that McCarrick is a little pawn of Pope Francis. And they both happen to be Jesuits, and they both happen to espouse a kind of liberationist theology that we've seen throughout Latin America, and it's quite dangerous.
Yeah, can I jump in for a second, because we now have hooked up with Miles Grow. by phone. We have Miles by phone. Miles, I realize the translation may be a little tougher on the phone, but I'll go slowly. We wanted to have you on today because we've crossed the 1 million mark in deaths worldwide. We have now crossed over 200,000 in the United States. And Mike Pompeo, over the last couple of days, Mike Pompeo has reiterated your warning about the Vatican and the CCP. He actually said he believes that the Vatican is losing its moral authority if it continues in its deal with the CCP. Mike Pompeo, our Secretary of State, also said the other day in the New York Post, repeating what you had said on the show months ago, that the New York consulate of the Communist Party is a nest of spies, and really all spies, controlled by spies, and should be cleaned out or shut down. And then today, right before we came on, right before we had you as a guest, Mike Pompeo has essentially tweeted out what you've been saying from day one, which is this is a CCP virus. It came from the CCP, and that they have to be held accountable. You warned America about this back in 2016, 2017, Miles, about that this was a demonic force. This just wasn't something normal coming out of the CCP. Can you tell our audience what you mean by calling the Chinese Communist Party a global demonic force?
Hi, sir. Everybody, good morning. Yes, sir. I really had to look, at Pompeo talk about this seriously, but officially. So, on the other hand, very bad. 3 years ago, I gave warning all about this, the papers. This is the CCP. They have the officially plan. Will try and wear America, make America unstable, and kill America through the air and the program. Now, it looks at everything that happened is the from, this is the from true. It's disaster, got this here. That's really, really bad. Last week, we talked about is a virus that killed American people 180,000. 2 weeks ago, now it's 200,000. The people died. That's really, really painful. This is the American friend must be now. American people no stop dying. This is a very bad situation. You need to find out fundamentally the reason where from the virus. Then why is nobody seriously think the people that die next as you is maybe die? That's why 3 years ago I gave all the America and the West world from the CCP is have the plan control the world. CCP, they want to wear America, make America unstable, kill America. They have a biological weapon plan. They don't like, so expensive cost that can kill the West of the world, kill America. They want a low cost, nearly no cost, can kill America, wear America. This is called 3F program. I'm in the conference in the 2017 in the DC. I talk about this. And now, also about the religion. You look, nobody thinks this seriously. CCP, every day, is by central government, they talk. Where is God? I am God. Okay, the word no God. CCP is God. They want reproach. Okay, they you are service the CCP. They want you are acceptable. CCP is the American God. That's really, really bad. That's true. Just a disaster come here. Why is the American no action? That's what American friends need to know. Every day have American people die. No one people seriously think how can stop the American people die. Because CCP lie, Americans die. Why CCP lie? CCP lie, you need to find out the truth. CCP lie is you need to find out evidence where from the coronavirus. And now, why is the American serious media, nobody talk where from the coronavirus? Only Fox. Fox try interview Dr. Young hero, give you as the truth.
She is the only one representative of WHO is the negotiation to CCP about the virus. She is working the P3 lab in Hong Kong. She is the husband is the best in the world by virus the iceberg. She is the number one the boss. Malik is the number one coronavirus the iceberg in the world. She is the representative of WHO negotiation to CCP PLA. She is know the truth. She is a witness. She is not just with the blue. She is a witness. Only focus witness. So that's why only focus is interview here. Some of the news magazines we interview here. That's really good. Now we look at something change. But you look at American CNN, New York Times, don't work. Yes, sir, please.
Miles, hang on for 1 second. We'll take a short commercial break. We'll return with Miles Grove, who gave the warning to America 3 years ago, a warning that was unheeded. And this is why we're in the situation we're in today. Miles Grove will return in a moment on the Blue Room. Pandemic.
War Room with Stephen K. Bannon. Here's your host, Stephen K. Bannon.
To our Saturday special, the CCP as a demonic force. Archbishop Vigano sent basically a letter to America to say, hey, that this coming election, but really the fight that's going on now, the struggle that's going on now is about good versus evil. It's about the forces of light and the forces of darkness. That demonic forces are marching throughout the world. And he's called out the Vatican's deal with the Chinese Communist Party from the absolute beginning. This afternoon at the White House, Donald J. Trump, the 45th President of the United States, will nominate probably, I think, the most devout Catholic, or maybe the most devout Catholic since Justice Scalia, to the Supreme Court. It'll be a full meltdown already. The progressive left is in a complete teardown mode to try to destroy glorious ACB, that is Judge Barrett out of Notre Dame. I want to turn now to our very special guest, Miles Grove. It took someone who is not an American. It took someone who is not a Christian. It took a devout Buddhist who has been literally the leading whistleblower of the Chinese people, kind of founded the whistleblower movement, helped co-found the new federal state of China to give the Chinese people an alternative. Miles Grove, and gave a warning to America 3-4 years ago that this was all going to happen. Now, here's the question the audience is blowing me up on to ask you is, why does the Chinese Communist Party, with all its power, all its might, all its economic power, why do they fear spiritualism? Why do they fear the Tibetan Buddhists? Why do they fear Han Buddhism? Why do they fear the Uyghurs, the Falun Gong, the evangelical Christians, the underground Catholic Church? What is it about this most powerful nation, right, with its military, its economy, its total control of its people? Why do they fear the spiritual development of not just the Chinese people, but the people throughout the world? Why do they fear this?
Sir, you totally is correct. It is the gentleman talk. This is the evil with the justice of the war. But I totally agree, but have another side you need to know. That the war fundamentally is number one important you must be know. This war is because of the fundamental reason is true word fake. True word fake. Catholic, Christian. This religion is everything is the follow the truth. Want the people, everything you must be from the truth. CCP scared the Christian, Catholic, Falun Gong, and the Buddha, any religion. The reason Communist Party is day one is from the fake. So they call to revolution, bomber Harvard, it's the long march. Say no U.S. 13,000 contract, never deliver. They talk to all the Chinese, Americans lie, Americans disasters, American people all evil, American people is kill Chinese, kill the world. Capitalism is very bad, it's the evil. They all the lie, 7 years. But, this is internet time, social media time.
CCP now, social media is the number one weapon, number one violence power. That's why they are building firewall. They don't want inside people know the truth, even inside people know the truth. America have rule of the law, have free religion. They must be get killed by the Chinese. Another side, they don't want American people and the West side people know the truth about the China. They sleep with the 1.4 billion people. They kill 400 million people last 70 years. They don't want to know they are how much, infiltration to America and the West world, and control America and the West world, and the Vatican, and Wall Street, Hollywood, Biological Valley. They don't want to know the truth. They want to control the world. They want to control the world. They want everybody shut up. Listen to him. This is why they want to control all the West world media. This is why we need a war room. This is why we look at all the social media, take down Dr. Yan, talk the truth about the coronavirus, kill American people, kill the world people. That's why totally look CCP. Only one important reason, they don't want the Chinese. They don't want the world people really believe the truth. They want we are believe CCP the liar. That's why they say, oh, the virus is come from Wuhan. You look last week, CCP government spokesman, they say, oh, the virus is from America. You look at Americans, people, 200 people die. The lady said, why American people die? Because the American people don't seriously work with the government. The government don't give you medicine. You look at this totally lie. Day one, they are in 2019, December, they are just released, okay? This is the virus to west of the world. They see what? This is the virus from the American army. Then this is the virus from the boat. This is the bat. The virus is from the mountain. The virus is from the seafood market. You look at how many lies. How many lies. Then call President Trump. Don't be worried. That's the only fault. March, everything disappear. But in 2019, December, they buy all the global PPE. Even the farm the seafood market, they farm the mountain, farm the nature. Why you buy all the global PPE in the CCP control? That's too ridiculous. It's very easy to know the truth. That's why CCP built a firewall. CCP want to take down any religion. CCP want to control the world. They believe CCP lie, don't want the people know the truth. They want you die. They don't want you lead the truth. They don't want you believe God. They want to believe the CCP. CCP talk the truth. They want you survey follows the CCP. That's why here you look at Wall Street, Silicon Valley, Hollywood. You look at some DC lobbying company. They are driven by traffic, working with the CCP and kill American people. Also, you look at Vatican. They take the $2 billion every year cash from the CCP. They want to sign a secret contract. What is a secret contract? They want to again continue secret contract as with the CCP. What does happen? Secret contract. China more than 100 million Catholic, Christian, religion people on the ground. They get tortured by CCP. They get killed. They get missed. Now CCP want to take down Mongolia. They want to take down Tibet. They are taking down Hong Kong. They want to take back Taiwan. They want to now in the American West world kill more the people. They want to use shut up. Don't talk about the people die. Why? It's all because of CCP lie. So I want you, sir, and the war room American person now. You are war with the CCP. Everything you must know. That's the truth. War the fake. Catholic, Christian, true religion is the war with the fake religion and the CCP-ism. You need to know, sir, that's another part of very dangerous. They believe American people, everybody can fight. Everybody can control you. Example, they can buy Wall Street, they can buy the social media, they can buy the New York Times, the newspaper, they can buy Wall Street, they can buy Europe, the leader, French, everybody showed up work with the CCP. They also believe they can buy Hollywood, they can buy Silicon Valley, Twitter, YouTube, they big hold them. So they have the big win the last 7 years because the rest of the world too greedy. Everything by capitalism, by this the CCP give the money benefit. Now, rest of the world now, this is not about capitalism. This is not it's the only work with the side and the society. That's your last war. CCP want to use fake when you choose. This is why they want to take down all the rest of the world religion. Any religion. That's very dangerous, sir. I don't want to happen really with CCP religion works the serve is the CCP one day and the rest of the world people. You are family, you everything, economy, politics, media, even by CCP control. They totally change the world. They want to do the God. I am the God. CCP, I am the God. You are not any God anymore. CCP is your God. You need to serve the CCP. Do you want this to happen? Even you don't want this to happen now. Last chance, world take down the CCP. Sir, thank you very much. Last chance.
Miles, we've got about 3 minutes left in this segment. I just want to go back and ask this. You warned not just America, you warned the world 3 or 4 years ago when you first started doing your broadcast about they were going to open Pandora's box. And once they opened Pandora's box, this was going to be an effort of theirs to become the dominant global power. What are your thoughts now that you're 3 or 4 years into this in the West, particularly the United States, failed to heed your warning? What are your thoughts today as we cross 1 million deaths in the pandemic in over 200,000 United States? We've got about 3 minutes left in this segment.
Thank you, sir. I just think it's very easy to answer. The American and the Western world is everything life, is so comfortable. The lifestyle is so luxury, and make it a lot of people is the only driven by its capitalism and too greedy. You look at Wall Street, Hollywood, Silicon Valley. They are really stupid. Think they can from the CCP can give a supermarket, give the future capital. The big benefit from them. They are crazy. You don't trust this again, please. Wall Street, Hollywood, Silicon Valley. CCP uses the market weapon control you. They are take down you. You no security, no family safe. You no future. You don't need money anymore. Don't do this. Now, stop the way. Make your family have a good health, good future. More than now, you are crazy. You every day, it's every night. You in the nightclub, play women and talk lie, drug. That's kill yourself, kill your family in the future. That's what CCP wants. Now stop, everything with the CCP. Don't buy them, threaten you, BGY you. That's only one choice, sir. This is why I'm here. I want the rest of the world is not the truth. For the rest of the world now, CCP the plan. They want to wear America, make America unstable, kill America. Now everything happens. America needs to stop CCP in America do anything as influence America. Also, infiltration America anywhere, you need to stop. If no stop, America now is a big, big risk, dangerous. I don't know whether it can happen, but we must be do. Thank you, sir.
Miles Grow is going to return with us after we take a short commercial break. We've got, Jack, we got 30 seconds. What do you got?
No, I was just telling you we got 30 seconds, mate. Just wanted you to know.
Yeah, we're going to take a short commercial break. We're going to return with Miles Grow. He's the founder or co-founder of the new federal state of China. We're going to talk about an alternative for the Chinese people and an alternative for the world when we return on War Room Pandemic. This is our special. The CCP is a demonic force. Not just did Miles Grow warn us. Archbishop Vigano today in the story in LifeSite News, he basically refers to Miles Grow's warning about the Vatican and the $2 billion on the demonic forces in the world. We're going to return with Miles Grow, Jack Maxey, War and Pandemic in just a moment.
War Room with Stephen K. Bannon. Here's your host, Stephen K. Bannon.
To the most powerful show in the world, and the reason is because of our audience, the plurables here in the United States, and Lao Beijing, over 100 names in China. Also, the diaspora of China, diaspora of China, which has hundreds of millions of Chinese throughout the world now, trying to breathe the air of freedom. The UK paper, the Express, reports today that's 5 minutes to midnight, according to the CCP, and their potential military takeover of Taiwan. The reason is they can't afford to show the world that their freedom, Chinese people prosper, whether it's in Hong Kong, Taiwan, the United States, Canada, Australia. They can't bear the fact that when the Chinese people have the rule of law and have freedom, they prosper everywhere and are positive force for freedom throughout the world and the countries that are living in. And I want to return now to Miles Grow, the founder of the New Federal State of China, the founder of the whistleblower movement. Miles, I want to finish on an upbeat note. We've done so much. You've talked about this demonic force that the Chinese Communist Party is. Now, others in the world realize it's spread and that this is a fight for good or evil that we're now standing on. But one of the things that's most impressed me, and I know Jack Maxey, who's been out there at the protests following them, this new federal state of China, this new alternative to the Chinese Communist Party that people that have left China have now come together throughout the world, whether New Zealand, Australia, France, Canada, are pulling this together. The thing that so amazes me about the foundational documents, their proclamations and declarations at the beginning, is how much emphasis there is on religious freedom, how much emphasis there is about spiritual development. Can you walk us through? We got about 6-7 minutes left. Really, the new federal state, why is so much of its documents and its purpose based upon not simply freedom, but religious freedom?
Thank you, sir. I think now, because I really appreciate, Sir King Bannon help us make the declaration, and by the 4 and June are now state in the world. Also, just half, this 3-4 months, this new federal state is guided more than 50 countries, the government people contact us. They ask, we are new federal state, and next, what is the program? They want to make a relationship for us, maybe reply, we are new federal state with the country, the relationship. That is really, really big. I really believe one day American all over the world must be acceptable. It's new federal state can represent new China, new Chinese. This look, we are flying. It's a reverse flight. Between the inside, we have big star called face star. I want to show all the world. I want to give all the world the information. Chinese, everything the public now, we no faith, no religion. CCP want replace. Okay, want replace. It's America. Also, I replace the God. That's why in the last 70 years, CCP make a disaster, human rights, disaster in China, because also China get brainwashed, China lose the religion. Chinese, many people now the CCP control, and it's the replace all the God, religion, Buddha. This is why we need declaration in the 4 and June by create a new federal state, show the world. We are believe the Buddha. We believe the God. We believe religion is the number one important. We want to show the world real Chinese, new Chinese. We believe the God and can make the 1,000 years the peace, the contract, relationship with the West of the world, with America. That's why number one solve the China the problem is to take down CCP. We want to build a new China, new future, good, stable, and with the world relationship, good, the peace, the country, the relationship, the system, solution.
must be, we need to go back. Chinese have the faith, Chinese have religion, free religion. That's next 1,000 years for the global human world, number one important. So that's why CCP, they want to take down any religion. They want to replace the American. They want to replace the God. They want every global listen to CCP. CCP is religion. CCP is God. That's impossible. That's why we need to take down CCP. Build a new federal state. Give China have the free religion. Chinese believe the truth. And the Chinese need to have very important now, rest of the world, we need a peaceful 1,000 years of the contract relations country to country, nationality to nationality. But you want the Chinese 1.4 billion people, you want the peaceful and the West world trust you, mutual trust, the mutual benefit, mutual save, only one solution. Build the Chinese have religion, have the faith, true religion, true faith, not a CCP, not a Communist Party. Communist Party is evil. Communist Party is fake. We need to have God. We need to have the Buddha. We need to have religion, true religion. That's why CCP now in the Mongolia, in the Tibet, in Hong Kong, in the Taiwan, in the America, in the Vatican, they try to fight the God. This is why they fight the Vatican, $2 billion. In day one, now it's the Vatican take the money, sign the sacred contract on the table, they laughing. Why? They make sure Vatican, West of the world, religion, the God can buy, have the price, have the value. This make the CCP encourage, very encourage the CCP, the leader. Wow, this religion really can buy. Vatican can buy. West of the world religion we can buy, then we can build the CCP. It's God. That's really, really bad. Shoot CCP, carry to CCP. They control the world. They take down you all the religion. They say the CCP, the power can influence the world. They can control the world and control America. That's why they don't care you how many people die. You 200,000 people die, they laughing. They say, yeah, look, you 200,000 people die. Why? Why? Because American government is stupid. Don't help you. They never talk the virus from the CCP, people land. That's too ridiculous, sir. Thank you.
Miles Guo, thank you very much. Very powerful statement about the future if we help to embrace the new federal state. We'll be back 10 a.m. on Monday morning with World Room Pandemic. I want to thank Miles Guo and the entire team.